So good morning, boys and girls. Today we are going to be learning about contractions. So can I get a show of hands? Does anyone know what contractions are? You do? Okay, so we're just going to be going over them, but can anyone recall and name a few examples of contractions? Logan?
What do you mean is like the alphabet eating the bigger number?
That's inequalities. Contractions. Think contraction.
It's part of grammar. Talon?
Kind of like a word like don't.
Yes, that is correct. So we're going to be learning about those today, and I'm going to read you a book about contractions. But first, I want you to turn and talk with your neighbor and try to figure out a sentence using a contraction. So it could be a sentence with the word don't or can't. So try and figure that out. Turn and talk. Okay, eyes on three. Are we ready? All right. I see a few hands up already. Avery, what about you? What did you come up with?
You don't hit.
Okay, Talon.
Don't throw banana peel on the floor.
Okay. Miles.
Can't come to my head.
Okay, Jersey. Do you remember the conversation we had last night? I don't think there's any contractions in that. Can you rethink of one? I'll come back to you, Logan.
Don't slap friends.
Okay, can we use any other contractions besides don't? Does anyone else have Collins?
I can't eat breakfast.
Miss Denton?
I can't get my calf altered.
Mario? Think of it. Jersey, what did you come up with? I can't eat candy. Okay, so we're going to rate ourselves really quick. Thumbs up if you think you're 100% sure you know contractions, or thumbs down if you feel like you need some practice. Thumbs up 100%, so you could teach me that you know contractions. You all could teach me? No, kind of? Okay, so thank you for being honest. We're going to do a read aloud about contractions just to kind of explain a little bit better. Okay, so this book is called If You're a Contraction. Have you read this book?
No.
Okay, so when we're reading this, look for big words because those are going to be some contraction words. If you were a contraction, your best friend would be the apostrophe. You could change could not to couldn't and would not to wouldn't. And so pay attention because apostrophe is going to be a vocab word that we're going to use. An apostrophe is a mark used to take the place of one or more letters in a contraction, and it's also a punctuation mark. Who's going to the store? Mama asks. I'm going, says Papa. I'm going, says Sister. We're all going, Brother says. Who is becomes whose. I am becomes I'm. We are becomes we're. If you're a contraction, you could add the word not to another word. Papa, don't hog the pancakes. You shouldn't overeat, Mama said. Don't worry, I wouldn't dream of it, Papa said. Do not becomes don't. Should not becomes shouldn't. And would not becomes wouldn't. And so pay attention because contraction is a vocab word also we're going to be learning about today. And a contraction is a word made by combining combining two words and leaving out one letter or a few letters. If you're a contraction, you could add the word is to another word. Who's missing a hat? Mama asks. I am, sister said. Where's my hat now? It's right here, brother said. Who is becomes whose, where is becomes where's, and it is becomes its. If you were a contraction, you could add the word are to another word. The family enjoys the beach. They're building a sand sculpture. We're creating a piece of art, sister exclaimed. And you're all dirty, Papa said. They are becomes there, we are becomes we're, and you are becomes your. If you were a contraction, you could pair the pronoun I with another word. I'm wearing my rubber boots so I can splash in the puddles, sister says. I'll wear my raincoat, brother says. I wear rubber boots and a raincoat, Papa says. I am becomes I'm. I will becomes I'll. I would becomes I'd. If you were a contraction, you could talk about the past. Can anyone tell me what the past is? Skylar? Yeah, like yesterday, something that happened has already happened. You could explain what did and did not happen. The pigs hadn't cleaned the house for a long time. We should have remembered to take out the trash, Mama said. It would have helped with the smell, Papa said. It could have helped with the bugs too, brother said. Had not becomes hadn't. Should not becomes should have. Would not or would have becomes would have, and could have becomes could have. Okay, here's another vocab word that we're going to go over. If you were a contraction, you could take the place in the present. What's a present? Mario? Not a birthday present. Do you know what present means? Logan, what do you think it means? What did you say?
Be nice.
Be nice. It actually means what's happening now. So we're in the present right now. What's for dinner, Papa asks. What is becomes what's. I am becomes I'm. I'm having cookies, brother says. I'm having popcorn, sister says. Let's have pasta, Mama says. Everyone says that's a great idea. Let us becomes let's, and that is becomes that's. If you're in contraction, you could take the place in the future. Okay, another vocab word. What does future mean? Miles?
The future is what's going to happen.
Exactly, that is correct. Papa says he'll learn to play the trombone. Sister says she'll learn to play the trumpet. He will becomes he'll, and she will becomes she'll. They will becomes they'll. Mama says she'll learn to be a singer. Brother says he'll learn to play the piano. They'll be one fun family. You and the apostrophe would always shorten things up if you were a contraction. All right, so that's the end of that. And so, do you remember what vocab words I said during the book? Collins, what's the first one I said? Do you remember?
Not the first one.
Not the first one. What one do you remember?
It's.
That's not a vocab word, but that is a contraction. Penny, do you remember? Past. So it's past, present, future, contraction, and apostrophe. Okay? So I'm going to have to give you guys a little vocab quiz, which is super easy. So if you could go back and get your clipboards and pencils really quick, that would be great.
I think we're doing it quietly. Good job.
Okay, and when we're doing this, we're not going to talk to our friends. We're going to do this by ourselves because I want to see how smart all of you are. So what you're going to do is you're going to draw a line from the vocab word to the picture to match it up. And make sure you put your name on that also. So just draw a line to the vocab word to the picture. Mrs. Mackey, how do you project your computer onto the screen? Okay, and when you're finished, stay at your seats and just keep them with you, okay? Go ahead and guess. Make your best guess. Yes, sweetheart. Go ahead and write it down. I'll go over it. Okay? You're done? Okay, raise your hand when you're finished. We're going to wait for all of our classmates to get finished. Just try your best on this vocab sheet. This just shows me that you kind of have some idea of what we're going over. Else you have a question? No, you're just done. Okay, we're going to move on. So I'm going to play this song, and she's going to ask you to repeat some contractions. And so she's going to say a word, and we're going to repeat a contraction. So when we're going to do that, let's stand up and let's say it really loud so I can hear you saying it, okay? So go ahead and stand up and stay in your place.
This is the contraction rhyme. I say contractions all the time. Take two words and make them one. Contractions can be lots of fun. It's not that hard, I'll show you how. Let's learn about contractions now. When I say I am, you say I'm. I am. I am. When I say it is, you say it's. It is. It is. When I say you are, you say you're. You are. You are. This is the contraction rhyme. I say contractions all the time. Take two words and make them one. Contractions can be lots of fun. It's not that hard, I'll show you how. Let's learn about contractions now. When I say I will, you say I'll. I will. I will. When I say do not, you say don't. Do not. Do not. When I say they are, you say they're. They are. They are. It's time to take a little rest. We put our brains to the test. So let's all have a little fun. It's time to dance, everyone.
Let's dance. You know how to do the word?
contraction rhyme. I say contractions all the time. Take two words and make them one. Contractions can be lots of fun. It's not that hard, I'll show you how. Let's learn about contractions now. When I say cannot, you say can. Cannot, cannot. When I say you have, you say you. You have, you have. When I say we are, you say we're. We are, we are. We all know contractions now. It's time for you to take a bow.
Okay, we're gonna do that one more time because I noticed that not all of us were singing and saying the contractions. So make sure you're participating, okay? Let's try it one more time. Make sure you're saying the contractions when she says repeat.
Just trace it like that. And they can just
This
cut
is
it that
the
way you don't have to
contraction
trace
rhyme. I
44,
say
you only
contractions
have to
all
do
the
it.
time. Take
Otherwise,
two
you're gonna
words
have to
and
do
make
it
them
double.
one. Contractions can be
So just
lots
pull
of
that, make
fun.
sure
It's
it's
not
on
that hard, I'll show you
close
how.
side,
Let's
not
learn
the
about
side.
contractions now. When I say I am, you say I'm. I am, I am. When I say it is, you say it. It is, it is. When I say you are, you say you're. You are, you are. This is the contraction rhyme. I say contractions all the time. Take two words and make them one. Contractions can be lots of fun. It's not that hard, I'll show you how. Let's learn about contractions now. When I say I will, you say I'll. I will, I will. When I say do not, you say don't. Do not, do not. When I say they are, you say there. They are, they are. It's time to take a little rest. We put our brains to the test. So let's all have a little fun. It's time to dance, everyone.
Right, you better dance.
This is the contraction rhyme. I say contractions all the time. Take two words and make them one. Contractions can be lots of fun. It's not that hard, I'll show you how. Let's learn about contractions now. When I say cannot, you say can. Cannot, cannot. When I say you have, you say you. You have, you have. When I say we are, you say we're. We are, we are. We all know contractions now. It's time for you to take a bow.
Thank you. Okay, sit back down because I have more to go over. We have a lot more to go over. Okay, so I'm going to do a little foldable booklet to help you, so I can give you some examples of contractions. And so, let's see. Before we do the foldable booklet, I want you all to know that apostrophes are very important in contractions. And every time you take two words and mush them together, the letters that were taken out, the apostrophe goes into. So we'll do some examples, okay? So, let's go over all these words that we're going to do. Thank you. Okay. He will. Repeat after me. He will.
He will.
She will.
She will.
They will.
They will.
You will.
You will.
I will.
I will.
We will.
We will.
Okay, so we're going to complete this, but I need some volunteers to help me complete it. Skylar, do you want to help me do the first one? So what I'm going to have you do is I'm just going to fold this over, and you're going to turn he will into a contraction. So come on up here and see the marker. See if we can do it. So just make this into a contraction. He will. So you're going to put an apostrophe. And then LL. Okay, thank you, Skylar. Good job. So I'm going to do the next one. So we're going to turn she will. What contraction would she will make? Brett? You forgot? Logan, do you know? She'll. That's right. So I'm going to put a big old apostrophe right here, and then L, L. And so, since we took out the W and the I, I'm going to cross those out. And remember, an apostrophe takes place of the letters that were taken out. Okay, does someone want to volunteer to do the next one? Denton, do you want to do the next one? So our two words are they will. Thank you, Denton. You're so good at that. Okay, so do you think that looks correct? Thumbs up if it's correct. All right, good job. So I'm going to do the next one, but you all need to tell me how to do it. So what will I do with you will? Where does the apostrophe go? Apostrophe LL. Does that look right? Yes? Okay. The next one is I will. Josh, what do you think we're going to do here? Apostrophe LL. Do you remember why the apostrophe goes right there? Because we took out the letters W and I. Okay, last one. Can I get a volunteer for the last one? Collins, you want to come up here? It's we will. Okay, so let's look at all of these. Do they look correct? Yes. All right, we're going to do one more foldable booklet just so I can make sure that you're grasping this idea of contractions. Okay, so repeat after me. Was not.
Was not.
Have not.
Have not.
Had not.
Had not.
Is not.
Is not.
Does not.
Does not.
Cannot.
Cannot.
Okay, so what do I do for the first one? What do I do? Jersey, what do you think I do? And an NLL?
These are different. They're not the wills. These are nots. So they're
Yes.
all going to be different.
So I'm going to do one first and show you what we'll do with these, okay? So since it's was not, it's going to turn into wasn't. So I'm going to take out the O, keep the NT, fold this over, put an apostrophe, and do NT. Okay, can someone volunteer? Avery? And actually the apostrophe goes right here. I put it too far over. Okay. Let's see if
Once
you
she's
can
done that, what letter did she take out? The O. So you replace the O with the apostrophe.
So you take out the O. So the apostrophe is going to go right there where the O is supposed to go. I'm going to try another one. Okay, we're going to do had not. Okay, so we're going to, what one are we going to take out? O. So we're going to flip this over. Okay, so Avery turned had not into hadn't. And she took out the O, and so the apostrophe is always going to go in the place of where we took out the letter. Okay? So I'm going to do the next one, is not. I'm going to take out that O and put an apostrophe. Does that look right? Yes. Okay, can I get one more volunteer? Aiden? Okay. So what did Hayden do here? What letter did he take out?
O.
O. And where did he put the apostrophe?
Right where the O would be.
All right, so I'm going to do the last one. We have cannot. So I'm going to take out that O, put the apostrophe, and then T. Okay, do these look correct? Let's judge. Do all those look correct? Yes. All right. So we're going to move on if those look correct. So what we're going to be doing today is we are going to be turning into doctors. And we're going to have to do some word surgery because our words have fallen all apart. And so I'll show you an example. We're going to get a booklet like this. And I'm going to pass out bags of these. Everyone will have their own booklet. And what you're going to do is you're going to put your name on the front page. And then you're going to get pieces of bones that are the contractions cut in half. And so right here it says you will. You're going to put these bones together to make you'll. Okay? And so you'll do that. And then it's going to ask you what letters were removed. And so since you will turns into you'll, the letters removed are W and I. So you'll write W and I. And then you're going to make a sentence at the bottom with a contraction. Now with the sentence, I want capital at the very front and then punctuation at the very end. Okay? Do you have questions? Avery, what's your question?
Will the contraction have to be the word in the bone?
Yes, the contraction will have to be the word and the bone.
Why does the last contraction only have a T?
Why does the last contraction? That's a great question. I'll show you. So the last contraction right here, since it's cannot, there's already an N in can. And so we're just going to ignore that N and put a T since we don't want two N's. That won't make a lot of sense. Does that answer your question?
Right, with both ends.
Okay.
What it would look like if we put that in with it. Does that kind of look goofy? Remember how if we don't know, we write it both ways? And hopefully one looks better than the other? Okay. So if we put two N's, it would look silly, wouldn't it? So it's a little bit different. Good question.
Yeah, that was a great question. Any other questions about what we're going to be doing? Okay, so I'm going to have you walk back to your seats quietly, sit in your seats, and I will start passing things out. So, in your packets, I'm talking. In your pockets, I need to tell you something very important. There's a Band-Aid, and so in the place of the apostrophe, we're going to put our Band-Aid since we're doing some surgery, okay?
And there's gloves. And there's gloves.
They're not. And you also have a pair of doctor gloves in there, so you can put on your doctor gloves.
They are small.
Okay, oh, eyes on three. 1, 2, 3. Miss Haynes is going to do the first one with you. So, once you get your gloves on, open it to that first one so you know what you're doing.
You shouldn't be talking, because I'm going to give you really important directions. So no talking.
Well, Kim, you can put it up and see. I like how quiet you're being. Table 1. Once you have them on, turn around, look at the front. She's going to do the first one with you so you know what to do.
Okay, so I'm going to flip my page. And so my
Eyes up front.
words are you will. So I'm going to turn that into a contraction. So I'm going to find my bones that fit together. So I think that these bones are going to fit together. Look up here. Eyes up here. So if I think those bones are going to fit together for my contraction, I'm going to take a little Band-Aid and put it right here for my apostrophe. You see that? And then I'm going to look at what letters in my 2 words were removed. So can anyone tell me what letters were removed? W and I. So I'm going to write that down. And then I'm going to put it into a sentence, you'll. So my sentence is going to be, you'll get sick if you don't take care of yourself.
Oh, I got one.
And make sure you're living on the bones so it will stay better. Make sure you have that on so it'll stay.
Yes. Can you
Wait, what words do you have here? And no, you can't have you. You will be they cannot. You gotta find. You gotta find
Boys and girls, make sure you're gluing your bones down so they don't fall off, okay? Yep, you'll need your glue from your pencil box.
These are small. We can stick these are small.
They're small.
They can start gripping. Oh, no. They can grip me. Yes. No, thank you. I got you. I'll just keep your
Okay, make sure you do your assignment. Hey, you need to finish that booklet so I can see that you know your contractions.
Wait, did you finish it by yourself? Yes. Finish it by yourself. Need another Band-Aid.
So what two words make up that? What that?
I
don't
Maybe
know.
it was
We have to put a Band-Aid.
And make sure we're gluing our bones down so they don't fall off. Okay? So just in here,
I'm a
pencil boxes.
Oh,
You don't want to try one box, okay?
Capital letter. Yeah, you should be working. You're talking. Work. Hey, what letters did you take out? And what letters went away? Anything else? Yeah, so we're gonna put that O and N.
Okay, keep working. You gotta put your contractions back together.
Oh, 1A, eyes over here on 3. 1, 2, 3. Look what Kinley did. Why? Because she's not talking, she's working. For you will, she's got all of her bones, so she has Yule. And then she went to cannot and put can't and glued it together. And then she went to that is and put that's. So she's got all of her contractions put back together. Now she's going to go back and see what letters they took out and write her sentence. I'm looking for quiet tables. Who can be my quiet table?
Make sure you're quiet.
I'm watching. Earn some fuzzies for those quiet tables.
Yes, we do. So I can see if you know what we talked about. Seriously, it doesn't look bad.
We're in doctor's school.
Yeah, we are in doctor's school.
Ooh, I think table 3 is being my quietest. Table 3, you can go put in a fuzzy. So I'm going to look at Parker. Okay, then you open your table. Are you working? Open your table. Oh, so looking for quiet tables. Oh, table 2, are you working on being quiet? Stand up. What 2 words make us stand up? Stand up.
I need another bandage.
Oh, table 3, don't ruin your puppy. Wow. You put away.
So what letter did we
Just keep working. Don't worry about the gloves. Work. You can get this done.
What letter do you not see there?
Okay, so what letters did you take out?
So let's create a sentence with that. Just in case you lose some. So,
I could use it on the day.
you take it in.
What do you do with your
Tell us, what does the sentence start with?
These are real doctor gloves.
Sometimes people.
Josh, get back to work. Get back to work. We're not gonna leave it. Yep, you can put it away if you want. I put in there in case we lost some. Okay, we're not looking at the computer. We're working. If you choose to. Thank you. Listen, we should be working.
I need it. More extra. Yeah, I'm Josh, you have to get done. Oh, hi.
Okay, 1A, eyes on 3. 1, 2, 3. Listen very carefully. When you are done and you have all your contractions put together, here's what I need you to do. Oh, are you listening? All your stuff, go ahead and put it back in the bag. So you can put your gloves in there, your booklet. If you have Band-Aids left, okay, yep, finish up. So those that are finished, I know Barrett's done, and Skylar's done, Logan's done, when you're done, put everything back in your Ziploc bag. Your Ziploc bag, the same stuff you can keep it, so put it in your purple folder. And then you may, 2 choices, I'm still talking. Color your booklet if you would like to, like Logan's coloring the hospital on the front. Or you may get on Epic so everyone finishes. Those are your 2 choices. No videos. Read the book. Okay? Okay, so Collins is done. Barrett, yep, you can keep everything. Put it all in your bag. Yep, put it all in your bag.
Keep finishing.
Where are you going to take your cushions?
Okay, so when you're at the table, I'm going to ask some questions. I'm going to ask your people a question.
Can't.
Any recall what a contraction is?
It's a contraction when you have two words and then you take out two numbers and then you keep
Yes, that is correct. Okay, I'm going to ask you to one question.
what's wrong with
Could you tell the difference between a contraction or a regular word?
Yes, because there's a apostrophe.
Where would you find it? Where did you find those secrets of practice?
Where
Where are the practices
I try to look at it.
Yes. So we can practice in our books by reading and writing. What do you need, Jess? You need help? Okay, I'll come over there.
What do we write?
We use stand in a sentence. You remember what we did up there?
Can't go to the doctor.
Yep, you can write that. Okay, what do you need, Josh? So, what letters were removed? So we have C, A, and T. So what letters were missing from this? So, how much time right there?
Okay, number one.
So we're missing an N and an O from here. So let's erase W and add an N and an O.
I'm gonna do that at home. This one. It says
There we go.
Okay, now write this sentence with can't this.
So we already know can't. So you'll get sick if you think don't. Can't what?
Oh, that's yours.
oh, this is gonna be so These are all plastics. And
Okay, I'm gonna ask your table a question. Can you recall what a contraction is? Miles, what do you think?
when you take out a letter and you connect those word and then
So you kind of smush it together. That is correct. Yes? Okay, so where could you find some contractions? How do you distinguish contractions from regular words? In a book. How do you know they're different? You forgot? Josh, do you know? How do you know contractions are different than regular words? I forgot. Because they're mushed together and they have an apostrophe. That's how you can tell they're
Wait,
different.
what about if we don't want those? We just throw them in the trash?
If you don't want to what?
What about if we don't want our gloves?
Yeah, you can throw them away.
We can put Daddy daughter. No. Yeah. Okay, you did?
I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah. I'm too
Can you tell the difference between a contraction and a regular word? It does have the apostrophe. Okay, I'll ask you another one. Can anyone recall what a contraction is? Those two answers were for you. Is that what you want to? Yeah?
And one more thing.
Okay, before I turn off my computer to finish our lesson, what did we go over today? Contraction, contractions. So we read a book about contractions. We listened to a song about contractions. We did some word surgery, and we were doctors for the day. And so I just want to have us rate ourselves. Thumbs up if you think you have a better idea of what contractions are. Thumbs down if you're still confused. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs down? Still a little bit confused? So if we had some more time, we could go over some different strategies to help you if you are confused, okay? So that's it for the day.
Bye.
You're gonna write the letters that we removed, and then you're gonna make a sentence out of it. So I'll come over there and help you. Let me turn off my computer.